How quick are you with a comeback, you reckon? Like,
Well,
are you quick with a comeback or?
I think I am sometimes, but I sometimes go overboard, so I have to be careful. And I pride myself because I think a counter punch is much stronger than a punch.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've learned from doing comedy for years that if you say something quickly, it'll get a laugh regardless, just because it's quick.
Yeah, yeah.
So the other day I was in Newcastle doing a show up there, and thanks to all the people in that area that came along, just doing a solo show. It was great.
Good on you.
No, it was great. I was doing other shows in the area. Foster Tuncurry, you been there?
No.
Oh, gee, it's beautiful. That coast around Newcastle.
Oh, amazing.
I went for
amazing.
3 swims. 3.
See, you were there for 3 days?
2. What happened? I got there and I went for a swim straight away at like 6 o'clock at night in Foster.
I think I taught you this time.
You taught me this. And Foster has got those ocean baths, you know.
Oh, yeah, they're great. Like a Bondi.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And then...
No wetsuit just in your...
No, it was warm.
What do you throw when you throw your
Just bathers.
Just throw them in the thing and you're ready to go.
And then the next day I got up and went down there early, had a swim there again, then drove up to a place called...
Does it make you sleepy though? Or
Yes, it's good though. It makes me sleep at night.
Yeah, it does.
Gets me to sleep at night. And then I went up to a place, I had hours to kill before getting to Newcastle. So I drove up to Black Beach or something beach, this little... And they had another rock pool there. And that was the ocean. I went in the ocean. That was beautiful.
Do you take a towel from the room?
Yeah, I do, but I had to.
Do you have your car?
I had to check out. always get a rent a car. Yeah,
But so you don't take a towel.
I do normally from the room. Yeah, but I checked out by then, so I just.
What did you do?
I just dried myself off with a singlet and a shirt, like a homeless person. I know. I thought I should just go to a chemist and buy a $10 towel, but I just.
Yeah.
And then you go, well, towel's just material, and I've already worn this shirt yesterday. Just dry yourself off. So I drove from there to Newcastle 2 hours in my bathers, basically.
Did you?
Yeah, it was fine.
Because I'm big on taking my bathers off at the beach.
Yeah, I don't like. I can. If I have a towel, I would do that. But then you got to go to the change room.
I don't want to go to the change room, so I just wrap the towel around.
Yeah, I see people doing that.
Drop them down, and then pull them up, and
I see people doing that.
Yeah, and it's a good vibe
being in the ocean's great. But
anyway,
because it's so cold down here at the moment in Melbourne, it's cold. Anyway, Newcastle, and this guy. Actually, this was at night. I hung around and did their normal show. They do a normal comedy show where they're not. Yeah. People aren't there to see me. It's just like random people, whatever, and they have other comics on and stuff. And I said to this guy, "You look like a teacher." What? I said to this guy, "You look like a teacher. What do you do?" And he goes, "Have a guess." And I said, "I just did." They got a huge laugh because
but you're spot on.
Yeah,
I just did.
I just did, mate. And that's funny because I didn't think about that at all. I just said it, on the spot. I didn't think at all. The other day, though, Kieran was going on about because I was in a band in my youth, in my 20s. Teenager 20s, and we put out a record, right? And
Coco.
And
Captain
Coco. And anyway, I've still got copies of it at home. It's not a great piece of work, but we had a recording contract. We recorded an album, etc. Anyway,
a lot of people haven't done that, my
friend. A lot of people haven't done that. They can't. Anyway, so my wife was banging on about this guy called Cameron Winter. He's in a band called Geese, right? They're the latest hipster band, right? And this guy is only 22. And she kept going on about him. And I said, look, enough about this guy. She goes, where's your album when you were 22? And I said, I'll just go get it.
Bang!
Do you want me to sign it? Woo!
Yeah.
Finally, the comeback.
Yeah, I can get into trouble. Sometimes people will, if I'm out and about and there's alcohol involved, people will sometimes say, "Hey, funny boy, tell us a joke." And my standard response is, well, your shirt for a start, not to mention your haircut.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And the only problem is if you come back and then everyone laughs, you've embarrassed them. But then again, they were asking for trouble.
They were asking for it.
And then that happened with me once, and then luckily someone stepped in. But this guy, he goes, with you, mate, your trouble, your tongue's too sharp.
Oh, well, see, that's the thing. You don't want to get hit. You got to be. Alcohol plays a factor there.
You do have to.
As the great Trevor Marmalade said, always leave before closing time because nothing good happens at closing time.
No, that's right.
That's not like it's all awesome and people are cheering and high-fiving you.
And as I've always said, you move on the laugh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a good move.
Yeah, I've told that story before, haven't I?
Yes.
Which is...
tell it again.
Yeah. No, because my standard is if someone says hello when I'm leaving a restaurant, I go, don't worry about the
Yes.
bill. I own the restaurant.
That's it.
And then they laugh, and then I walk off, and then they go, everyone's happy. And then they do it, and the guy goes, "Yeah, you said that last time."
That's right. I was doing a 75th birthday party on Saturday for Joseph with an F. I'm available for parties.
Joseph with an F.
Joseph. He was French originally. Josef. He was a great guy. And he was turning 75. And he had all his friends there. Because I'm perfect for that age group because I'm 60.
Yeah.
So there was a guy who got up. He was singing a song. There were these old guys telling stories. I had to go on. Des Dowling was also on. He was on before me. Anyway, he's a comic. He was very good, right? But they had dinner, lunch, and then they brought me on. And this was the old. I've never had this before. There was this guy. They said avoid him, right? He's known as the Mad Bastard, right? And yelling out very odd things. This guy was. So then he pulled out a whistle, like an umpire's whistle, and started whistling it. And he's like, 3 minutes to go. Like,
but who was he?
He was just Joseph's friend, the Mad Bastard. He was just like, I was warned, don't talk to him, don't engage with him. And then I didn't know which one he was, though. I didn't know he was the Mad Bastard. I've never had a whistle blown on me before. And I said that to the crowd. I've been doing this for 35 years. No one's ever whistled me off.
That was rude.
Oh, the daughter of Joseph said, oh, for fuck's sake, put it away, you idiot. You know, like...
Loving the attention.
Yeah, everyone's like, mate, just stop it.
I worked out the perfect formula if you've got to make a speech at a 75th or a 60th. Do you want to?
Here we go. Write this down, kids.
Write this down. This is the way you go. So just imagine you were turning 70, okay?
Yeah.
I start, because I did this the other day. You start the speech. I was lying in bed last night because I had to say a few words about Dave, and I came up with 70 things that I wanted to say because he's turning 70.
Oh, and it was like, no.
And of course, we don't want to go through all 70.
No.
But if you'd like to, just sing out a number and I'll tell you what that thing is that correlates with that number. So someone's
54.
54. He's a very funny guy. Okay, what else? He's funny. What else?
53.
Yeah, he's got nice hair. He's got really nice hair and he looks really good. 23. He's a great dancer. He has a great fallback dance. And basically you just say nice things about them and then someone always says, well, what's number one? And then you go, he's our best friend and you say something, sentimental. We all love him, and everyone gets a little bit teary. But
you think you can cross the line? I wonder if I cross the line with this thing at the party. So beforehand, I was talking to an older guy. What was his name? Ed. He used to come to comedy a lot.
Right.
Ed. And
let's just say it's Ed.
Ed. We'll say it's Ed. And I'm like, so what do you do, Ed? And he goes, I own a boot factory. And I go, where's that? He goes, well, it used to be in Abbotsford here in Melbourne, but it's moved to Vietnam, and I employ 200 Vietnamese people over there, right? And so I do this whole thing in my act where there was also a guy, one of Joseph's son-in-laws, who worked in cybersecurity, and I always go, what does that even mean? You know what I mean? No, he said he was a cyber executive. I'm like, he said, what does that even mean?
What is that?
What do you mean? What is it?
Really
and then I go, does anyone have a real job here? Like a real man job? I go, I met Ed. He owns a boot factory, ladies and gentlemen.
Good.
Everyone claps. Everyone knows Ed. He's boot factory. Yeah. I go, it's in Vietnam. You've employed 200 local Vietnamese people. And he's sitting there and he's got an Asian wife, right? And I just go, and you married one of your workers. Well,
no. You've gone too far.
Is that too far?
You've gone too far.
You too far?
You can play the music.
Okay,
I'm embarrassed. Play the music.
Welcome to Somehow Related Now. Please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Yeah, I told Des about it, and he said, Des Dowling, he said, I wouldn't have the balls to say that. Well, I said it. It got it. The biggest laugh of the day.
Yeah.
And she was laughing.
Of course. I don't really think you went too far, but I just thought that was a good out to go to the music. We'd like to finish on a laugh before we go to the music.
Well, maybe I reckon he did marry one of his... I don't know.
Let's
not speculate on Ed's life.
Yeah, but look, he could have,
Anyway, here we are. We're here, somehow related. I am available for parties, though. Yeah, get involved.
Say it.
Let me come along and insult you, Granddad.
whatever happens, if you get Dave to come along, it will be memorable
Be good.
for,
Yeah,
for
exactly.
all the right reasons. And if you give him a bit of inside information, I'm sure he'll deliver it on the day and make people very happy. Except I did that once for an accounting firm. And they got offended. And they just said, we just want you to know. I go, you wrote all the jokes.
Yeah, I know. I hate that.
Yeah. It was your idea.
Gary loves a drink. Gary's an alcoholic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dan's a ladies' man. He's left his third wife, and he's crying in the corner. Yeah, you don't have to be. Some people get it wrong. Yeah. Should we just get our topics?
Yeah, I think that's
okay.
good.
What are they, Sam?
The Rocky Horror Picture Show unboxing.
Oh, well, you were talking about like counterpunching.
Yes.
She has gone
Boxing.
out through her files and come up with Rocky Horror and boxing.
Boxing.
Have you ever been in a ring?
No.
Ever been punched?
In the ring. Oh, yes. No. I was never a fighter as a kid. The only fights I've ever been in have been with my brothers. So.
Yeah. Were they physical?
Yeah. My brother punched me in the nose, Glenn. I've still got a bump there when we had a fight over a girl.
Oh, wow, what a beautiful moment.
The
twins fighting over a girl.
I still remember it was in the backyard of Phil Kendall's house where we built a BMX track in his backyard. As my father pointed out, they rent and we own. That's why you can do that rubbish in their backyard. Phil was great. And, yeah, my brother, I was stirring him about a girl who I also liked. He punched me.
So his response was because you liked what you cutting his lunch, were you?
I know. He was cutting my lunch, if anything, and I just kept stirring him about her.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Whack.
Yeah, kept on stirring him.
Whackity whack.
Yeah, no, I've never been in a fight. No, I was in one fight in grade 6 with Ross Cope, and I remember he was winning, and then I flipped him over, and that thing when you're a kid and you put both your knees on their shoulders and you hold them down, and I held him, and he was there, and he was helpless, but I couldn't bring myself to punch him. I just let him go, and he went on to become a chemist, and Ross Cope's chemist in Mount Alexander Road.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's ironic.
A fight is
Horrible.
Oh, and we were down the park one day. I reckon we were about 13 or 14, and these tough guys turned up. Because I was probably the biggest one, guys just started punching me. He's like, come on, fight back. I'm like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah. That's the only time I've been in a fight. I walk back
and
home.
Did he whack you in the face at all?
Yeah, I walked back home and crying at that with Noddy, aforementioned Noddy, my brother.
Did Noddy not jump in?
Well, no one jumped in. No, I think everyone was in shock. And I went back. I still remember Mum going, so why didn't you do anything? You're useless. Like, Mum's having a go at my friends. I'm like, well, it wasn't their fault.
Yeah.
And I remember about a year later, I saw the same guy in Kmart. And I went, oh, my God, there's that guy.
And how old were you? Oh, a year later. Did you say anything to him?
No, I didn't say anything. I don't even reckon he remembered it.
Because I used to, like, there'd be a fight up the school oval, and I'd always be too scared to go. I'm going, God,
we used to go,
a horrible thing. Yeah. Two kids
fight.
And occasionally girls would go up and have a fight.
It's called a scrag fight, Glenn.
I mean, but the thing about boxing, there is something about it. I mean, two people walk in, one walks out.
You would have done it. I've done it.
I've trained it. I've boxed.
You boxed?
I have boxed, yeah. Not professionally. Boxing is like a thing at the gym now, where you can go to boxing class and you can punch the bag.
Yeah, there's a few comedians.
Comedians
do, like Pang and Dino and Thorno and anyone with the no on the end. They all go and do boxing in a gym somewhere. Because when I went to Dino's the guy from Nova, who was on Nova with Pang and Brownie, for people that don't know. Anyway, he's a radio guy, and he's anyway, he works on Pang's TV show, and I went to Dino's party the other night. He had a 40th birthday party, which was a funeral. He stood in a coffin, and everyone spoke about him as if he was dead.
Oh, really?
It was very funny.
Did it work?
Yeah, it was great. Brownie talked. Nathan Buckley had some. Pang got up and spoke. It was very funny. Anyway, I go to this guy. I was just talking to some guy, and I go, so what do you do? And he goes, I'm Dino and Pang's boxing coach. He's their boxing coach. And they're all good friends with him now because they've done it for so long.
Yeah. So. I mean, I used to go, mine was a combination of a bit of boxing, bit of kickboxing.
Kickboxing?
And I used to train with Stan the Man's training partner.
Oh, yeah, wow.
George.
Yeah, I know
and,
George.
And good. George was a very good fighter.
Greek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's such a nice person that he would never hurt me. And he never did hurt me. So if I threw a leg or something, he would just gently push it away, gently. And he'd go, oh, yeah, good punch, good punch. Except there was one time I got in the ring where a guy turned up with his son and they go, oh, you and Glenn can have a bit of a spar. And then the guy gets in the ring and the kid goes, get him, Dad. And I'm going, no, hang on, whoa, this is sparring. This is where we pretend to be boxers.
This is not good, mate.
And then so Dad...
Get him, Dad!
Dad tries to get me, and I go, hang on a sec. If you try and get me, I'll try and get you. So I got him and whacked him in the nose, bloodied his nose. I had bloodlust. I wanted to finish him off. Oh, Dad, you hurt me, Dad. Oh, Dad, please. Don't. And then there was another time I got in the ring with a guy. I mean, I'm pretty old now, but... this is a long time ago. And this guy was really old, and he was an ex-boxer. And anyway, so I get in the ring, and I got to say, my left jab was pretty quick. So we're standing there, and I go, whack. And I whack this old guy right in the face. He goes, that's all right, keep coming. And I go, well, there's another one. Whack him in the face again. I'm going, I can't. This is bad. I'm going to kill him. And then he goes, no, it's all right. He then just moved around, and then he took me over into the corner and beat the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Stop! Oh, no! Oh, that's too much. I can't handle it.
Well, you've kind of boxed then.
I have boxed. Well, yeah, a little bit.
Not professionally though.
Yeah, and I've kickboxed as well. So yeah, I've got it on video. I can show you me kickboxing and trying to be funny at the same time, which was. Okay, what are the boxing divisions? What are they?
Heavyweight, lightweight,
while we're on
feather.
that,
What is it? Is it just how much you weigh?
I don't know whether they put a lot of thought into it.
No, heavyweight.
Because they start off at they go, what's light? Okay, feathers are light. Okay, featherweight. Okay, what's an animal that's like a bantam? There's bantamweight.
Oh, is it bantamweight?
There's bantamweight. Yeah, there's flyweight.
Is it flyweight? What's flyweight?
I don't know. They're probably a couple of kilos between them.
Yeah.
But all they've done when they've had the meeting is gone, well, what's light? Let's call it light. And then they get up to where you're heavy, and the best they had was, what are we going to call them? Heavyweights.
Heavyweight, they couldn't say elephant or...
Yeah, they could have said rhinoceros weight or, a reversing truck weight or a refrigerator weight,
Yeah.
Do
you like watching boxing?
I must admit I do.
You do?
Yeah, I don't like an ugly fight. Because good fighting is really well thought out. And the combination of punches are interesting to watch, and it's interesting to watch one fighter work another fighter out, and then make him fight the right fight for him to win.
Yeah, right.
Obviously, I don't like seeing people get knocked out, and I don't like seeing people get hurt. But if people are tagging each other appropriately, I mean, there's no doubt when someone is going, you don't. It's hard to watch because you go, oh. And I told you about that time I was when I used to go with the boxing doctor. And I was ringside, and the guy landed, and I thought he was dead.
Yeah, terrible.
And the doctor I was with was halfway through his apple crumble and got up and fixed the guy up, and then came back down and finished off his apple crumble. I'm going, that guy nearly died, and you're eating your apple crumble. It was like cabaret boxing.
Yeah.
So you could sit around and eat a meal and watch people punch on.
Yeah, now I don't know.
So who are the boxers? Who are some of the? Are there any famous Australian boxers? I mean, I probably know more than you. I mean, you got
Barry Michael,
Jeff Fennick, Lionel Rose,
Lester
Danny
Ellis,
Tim Dazoo,
Costa Zoo, and his son.
Yeah, Johnny Famechon.
Oh yeah,
Lester Ellis.
Yeah.
And then there's the international ones. You got of course,
Ali,
Joe Frazier,
Rumble in the Jungle.
Rocky Marciano,
Mike Tyson.
And Tyson. Pacquiao, Mayweather. They're all incredible athletes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's shrouded in some
criminal underworld.
Yeah, and you sometimes
and violence.
Money can always buy a win. But anyway, what were we going to say? We should do what?
Talk to someone who's actually boxed.
Do you know anyone that has ever do you know anyone that's actually sort of maybe been an amateur or?
Yeah. Doug Chappell, who you've met
I've met Doug Chappell.
At the comedy lunches.
Very funny man.
Yeah, he's a comedian.
So you're telling me that he's a boxer?
He was a boxer when he was younger, and he came back.
Well, I'd love to hear stories from inside the ring.
Okay.
See if he's ever been punched in
the ring. Let's call Doug Chappell.
It's ringing. He might be training now.
I don't know if he still boxes, Doug.
Let's hope he
Hey, Dave.
Doug Chappell, how are you?
Tell him, Dave.
Mate.
Tell him what's going on. Don't
but
just assume.
Me and Glenn Robbins, you know Glenn, you saw him at our Christmas lunch.
Yeah, we've met many times before. Tell him about the podcast.
Yeah.
We do a podcast, and we need to talk to someone about boxing because we get two topics, and we've got we don't know much about boxing. I was trying to think if I know any comedians or anyone, and I remember you were a boxer, weren't you?
Yeah, a long time ago. I had a fight a few years ago, but a long time ago. I just woke up, not a fight in one now, do I?
Well, Doug has talked about his background, and it was a rougher background, wasn't it, Doug? But you grew up in Footscray?
Yeah, I grew up in Footscray, grew up in Flax, so...
I remember you should talk about your dad would walk around with his shirt off, which says to me he's ready for action.
He's 80, he still does.
So you actually were you amateur? Were you professional? Were you in the did you represent Victoria? Or what happened?
I was amateur years ago, but I was supposed to turn pro. Actually, my first pro fight, because we used to go down to Leo Barry's and train with Costa Zoo.
The famous Leo Barry, famous Costa Zoo.
Yeah.
Yep.
When I stopped amateur, I started training there, so I was supposed to have my first pro fight, but Costa was going to fight Jake Rodriguez. I'm pretty sure, but for like the world title in Vegas. And because we were part of the gym and stuff, we got invited to go over. So we could have got my first pro fight. I could have got on the undercard of that fight.
Wow.
Hopefully. But no one saw it. It would have been in Vegas, but it would have been earlier on when no one's sort of there watching it. So it would have been televised, but it still would have been great to say. But because my friend had some legal issues and stuff like that, we didn't end up, and I didn't have any money, so we didn't end up going.
No, fair enough. But how many fights did you have in the ring? Like, again, how many did you do when you were younger?
All up 9. If you include like my last one, not a heap, but it was done in a short span of time. So when I was younger, that was like my life for like a long time.
So the obvious question is, what is your emotion when you're going into? Are you scared? Are you angry? Do you want to get the other person? What are you thinking about as you're walking towards the ring?
It's weird. I love that moment. What people don't talk about is all the excitement walking into the ring actually gas you. It sounds weird, but similar to comedy too. That build up you get before going on stage, it takes a lot of energy. Yeah. So a lot of people, like when you're sparring, you're doing all these rounds easy and you feel fit, but that energy walking into the ring, by the time you're sort of at the end of the first round, you're actually starting to feel tired. Yeah. And you're like, well, why is this? It's because it's throughout the day, all that sort of that energy that goes into all the thought process and that, and it wears you down. So, you have to sort of consider that for your stamina throughout the fight. But I love that part. I actually love. Then you calm, because you've done all the training. I used to like looking around, seeing people and stuff. I enjoyed that. Was it helpful to have some sort of attitude towards the other fighter? Did you hate him or did you respect him, or what was the vibe, or was it just a come what may? I think everyone's different, but I always respect anyone that gets in the ring. Same as with comedy. Anyone stands on stage, I respect them to a degree for getting out there and doing it. Yeah. In your head, you still want to win, so you still have that sort of like, you want to psych yourself up to hurt them. I know it sounds horrible, but yeah. And because you know that that's what they're thinking of you. You do know you're going to be standing in there and someone's going to basically try to kill you. Yeah. And so this was in your 20s, right? So, but I remember you had a fight a few years ago. You came back, did you? Or? Yeah, I did. I did just before the lockdown, so 2019. Why did you do it, and what was that like? It was great. It sounds so weird, but I lost 30 kilos in 2.5 months. Oh my God. And the reason I did it is because I used to train with Lester Ellis, and his son's doing a fantastic job. They've got gyms all over the place now. I used to train with them when like little kids. I used to do like pad work with them. So my son went and said, I'm going to have a fight. And I said, oh, that's great. Prepare well, and it's good for your fitness. And he said, he's with the Alice boys and stuff. And they said, oh, you should get your old man back and stuff. And he started laughing. I go, why are you laughing? He goes, look at you. I go, what do you mean, look at me? He goes, you can fight now. And I said, just that sort of that, like, I don't know, dad ego. Yeah. I rang him up. I said, book Dave on the same card. Oh, so, yeah. You fought on the same card as your son? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. How'd you go? I actually lost on one point. I broke my rib. Oh. Right? I broke my rib just beforehand. I fought someone like 25 years younger than me. But it was the best thing I did. I know it sounds weird because people say, you broke your rib. But I broke my rib in sparring 2 weeks before the fight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and I had to hide. This sounds terrible, but I had to hide it from everybody because you got to have a physical. So the doctors are gonna, and the doctors are poking me ribs, saying, "Is that okay?" I was like crying inside. I'm like, "Yeah, fine. Don't feel a thing."
Oh.
Because you go that long, and so many people brought tickets. I didn't want to let everybody down.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it. But it's at the Pavilion, Melbourne Pavilion, so there's like 5,000 people there. It was great.
Gee. And how'd your son go?
Yeah, my son lost too.
Well.
But again, we just both lost, but my son did really well as well. So I was really proud of my son. And in boxing, that was like my first defeat. So it was hard, but in boxing, there's always been a saying: you either win or you learn. And that's like in life.
I like that.
That's
you
good.
win or you learn.
Yeah, that's good.
And up until that point, you were undefeated, Doug. You were undefeated. Wow.
Have you ever knocked someone out?
I have, but
that was on the street, Glenn.
I probably shouldn't say where. And that's not a great feeling. That's not a great feeling because you actually get concerned for people.
Yeah, of course.
And once they called me Sorry. One of my nicknames earlier on in my career was Sorry because I hit someone in sparring and dropped them, and I went over and I said, "Oh, sorry." They go, "Don't say sorry."
Yeah.
It's part of it.
It's a tough man work. Isn't it interesting that you became a comedian? Because there are some similarities, I reckon. Sometimes you've got to literally punch on stage, not physically, but mentally and with your words.
And there's also periods on stage where, you might be losing the crowd and there's no one there to help you. You have to get out of it. Sometimes you're like, I just can't, your legs are tired and someone keeps coming at you and there's no help. So you have to find a way out of it.
And it's all about the timing, timing in comedy and timing in boxing, because a good punch well timed is a knockout punch, and a good joke well timed is perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because I always saw the comparisons, but Billy Connolly boxed as well, and he talked about it once. He talked about the comparisons to comedy and boxing being very similar.
How long did the fight go for, the last one? Like, how long does it normally go for?
Only 3. The last one was only 3 rounds. So when I was fighting amateur, it was 3 rounds. My first pro fight, because you start slowly with the pro, so you start 4. You can do whatever you want. If someone's, massively fit and, had 100 amateur fights, I might start them off their first one, maybe 6 rounds or 8 rounds even. But yeah, they'll sort of gradually build you up. So, and that's why when you walk into the ring, you're not scared or anything because you've done all the training.
Yeah.
Look, it's like with comedy. There's always a part of fear there. So you're calm, you're relaxed because you've done the training and you're sort of excited for it.
Yeah.
Similar to comedy, you had that sort of,
adrenaline.
Adrenaline. Yeah, that adrenaline, and you haven't eaten junk food for so long and. Now, once this fight's finished, oh, man, I can't wait.
Yeah. And when you say it was 3 rounds, how actually long was that? 10 minutes, 15 minutes? How long did it go for?
A normal round goes for 3 minutes. The last one I had, each round was only a minute and a half. Or it's maybe 2 minutes, I can't remember now.
Right, so 6 minutes. Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah, just because I was old.
Yeah. Well, Doug, that's been a big insight
Fantastic.
for us because we don't know what it's like. And go and see Doug Chappell if you've seen him performing around. He does all the cruise ships.
Yeah, but I wouldn't hang shit on him.
No, don't mess with him. Don't mess with Doug.
I'm old with a broken rib. They've got no problem.
Go the ribs.
In terms of comedians, Doug would be one of the tougher ones. You know what I mean? If we had to rank them, I don't know who else would be up there. Hughesy's obviously frail. We've seen that recent events. I'm not tough. You're not tough, Glenn.
No.
There's not many tough guys in comedy, are there, Doug? There's not many.
There's a few, like Benny Horowitz had a few fights. I don't know if he's still doing comedy now.
Yeah, he was a boxer, Benny. Yeah, right. Yeah, there's not many
but
the late Dave Grant was a sort of he appeared to be tough.
Yeah.
Brad Oak said his granddad was a boxer. No, you're.
Well, there's a lot of fit comedians, so
the
box they can run.
Yeah, exactly. Like Thorno or Tommy Little, they look fit. Those guys, yeah.
I had to learn to box because I'm not a very good runner. So if they want to chase me, they're going to catch me. So I've got to do something.
Hey, Doug, thanks for talking to us.
Thanks, Doug.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Doug Chappell. Oh, great stuff from Doug.
It's interesting hearing the stories that someone's trying to kill you.
Yeah.
And you're trying to sort of kill them, but not kill them.
He should write a book, Doug. His life has been...
And then he was the Sorry Man. That is a great name.
The Sorry Man, yeah. He's had a fascinating life. He went back to... He took himself to uni, became like a doctorate in something. Then he worked in prisons and stuff. But he said he got on better with the prisons and the guards. He should write a book. Anyway, let's talk about Rocky Horror.
Rocky Horror.
Are you a fan of the Rocky Horror?
Of course. I saw... When did it come out?
It's just a jump to the left. I think they did the anniversary. I think it must have been 75 it came out.
Because I saw it. I saw the original production at the Channel 7 Telly Theatre, which no longer exists, which was a TV studio, which was a great theatre. Would have been great for stand-up. And I remember this was the new hip thing, and that would have been 70... I
think it was 75 or 76.
Yeah. And fantastic show.
The movie?
No,
you're talking about the live show.
I'm talking about the live show. Are we talking about the movie?
Well, it's the same thing. It was a movie.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It was a movie that became a live show, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Well, the live show
was
based.
It?
Oh, do you reckon it was a play originally?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought it was a movie originally. Oh, that's interesting. I don't actually know. Let's ask Sam. Actually, Sam.
Dave, the Rocky Horror Picture Show was that theatrical production first staged in 1973. 2 years later, the film came out.
Oh, you were right there.
Yeah, well, I reckon I did see it, and maybe it did come out in 75, but I reckon I saw it in 73. I reckon I was probably in year 10.
So you saw the live production?
Yeah, the first one. And who would have been in that live production? It would have been someone...
Reg Livermore. Was it Reg
Probably.
Livermore?
That's a really good call. I reckon you're probably right.
I just remember seeing him
But he was in the bigger production, though. Because
okay.
there was like the comedy theatre and that sort of stuff, or the big theatre, whereas this was in a small theatre. God, I was cutting edge with my theatrical outings.
God, you were.
Yeah, I was. I really was.
God, you probably went. You probably opened night of Rent, were you? And
I'm not a musical guy, but that show was undeniable because it was musical. The songs were great. It was kind of sexy. It was like a B movie. It
was a B movie kind of thing.
Yeah, and it was a sci-fi with the aliens involved.
I think there were. I didn't really like it much.
So you didn't.
I didn't take me.
It was very culty too.
It was.
And then in the movie, people would turn up in the movie and reenact scenes.
Yes, like the Blues Brothers a bit.
Yeah,
I think when I grew up, there was a Blues Brothers camp and a Rocky Horror camp, and I was in the Blues Brothers camp.
So don't tell me you ever went to a Blues Brothers dressed up in one of the outfits.
No,
because a lot of people did that. I remember it was like around Fitzroy or something.
Yeah. They had the Valhalla. Yeah, they'd all turn up and throw toast at the screen and stuff. Yeah.
I guess it was fun.
Well, it's you'd either do that or join the Lions Club. You know what I mean? Or join the SES. But I remember my friend Janet grew up in Ballarat, and they had the Rocky Horror Picture Show, a late screening. Would have been early on, and she was the only person who turned up dressed up.
Oh well,
so
good on her.
Yeah,
science fiction.
Well, it's interesting because
feature.
it was good. You know what it was good for? I was just read a book about REM. You know the band REM, Losing My Religion. And I used to love REM, and they're a great band. But Michael Stipe, the lead singer who's gay, said Rocky Horror Picture was just big for gay kids. He was saying because when he grew up, it was the one film that had gay people in it, people dressing up as women. You know what I mean? Right. And so he used to dress up. He loved the campness of it.
Yeah. So the main character is he like that from the start, or does he?
I don't even know.
He come out?
I don't even know.
Because it was like stockings and high heels. It was very trans, wasn't it?
Yeah. So like in the more modern versions, is it the one that Craig McLachlan played? And because there was always a narrator, which was done by someone in Australia.
Have you been approached about doing that?
No. Someone like Red Simon. You would have been. Yeah. Red Simons or someone like that.
No, and not a bad gig, really.
Yeah, you don't have to dress up.
But then again, not that satisfying as a performer because you didn't do that much. But
Peter Rosethorn's been in it, hasn't
he? Peter Rosethorn's been in it. Who were the famous ones? Peter Rosethorn. Gina Riley did it. I mean, it came back so many times and did the Australian tour. Jane Turner did it. Wilbur Wilde did it. What's his name? Jason Donovan. He was the last one to do it, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
And I think Peter played the...
Is it the funny one?
The one with the hump or something?
Yeah.
All the people yelling at the podcast radio.
Well, I wouldn't know. There's Frankenfurter, isn't there? Is there Frankenfurter?
He's the main one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
And
that's the only one I know.
Because
in the movie, Susan Sarandon was in it.
Oh,
jeez. I always annoy me. The Time War.
Yeah, and you know what?
Annoying at school or at the disco, and they put that on.
And I must admit, when Because
It's just a
I
jump
reckon
to the left.
Rocky Horror Show would have been a classic play to do at school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when everyone got up and did the time warp, they all thought that was pretty clever. It's just a jump to the left and then a step to the right. Put your hands on your hips, bring your knees in tight. And then it's a pelvic thrust. It's really driving me insane. I mean, if you're in the show, you must get sick of doing that.
But it is in terms of a pop song, it's a well-written pop song that...
Well, that's interesting because you would know.
Well, I wouldn't know, but it pushes along, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
I mean, I don't like it, but you can understand why it works. It's good. In a musical kind of format, it's good. It's a good closer, kind of. Let's do the time. No.
Yeah, but beyond that, I don't really. It was a stage show. It was a movie. It was a musical. Will it come back around again?
Yes.
I think it's done. It's done, hasn't it? Done?
Come back.
Really? Because there's a whole new generation.
Yeah, I don't know. What if my kids are aware of the Rocky Horror?
Because I know that there was a full length version, and each time it came back, it got a little bit shorter and a little bit shorter.
Really?
Yeah, they kind of it kind of got just taken down to hey, you know what? Just do the songs and get off.
Well, hats off to whoever created it because they've done a good job.
We should know who created it, and I don't know.
No, it was someone.
Is it like anything else? No.
No.
Is there anything? Is there?
Well, I'm sure there are musicals that are similar to it now, but I don't know. Hairspray.
I was sort of thinking sexy.
Well, Hairspray is kind of like that.
Is it?
Yeah. Hairspray.
I was asked to be in.
Oh, here we go. Happy Days, the stage spectacular.
What are the other ones?
Les Mis.
No, not Les.
So you'd asked to be in the funny kind of ones, the producers.
Yeah, well, no, I shouldn't. I hate bragging about this because I would never do it. But I was asked to be the father in something where I do a dance.
Oh, what would that be?
Was it?
You want to just do Chicago?
No. Gina Riley was in Chicago.
Peter Rosethorn was in Chicago.
Yeah. Everyone knows. I can't think what it was. Doesn't matter.
It does matter. So is it one of the funnier ones?
It's one of the dancey, funny ones.
Yeah, Hairspray. No, I said Hairspray.
It might have been Hairspray. Let's say it was Hairspray.
Hairspray.
Probably it was Hairspray. Yeah, it was Hairspray. It was Hairspray.
Well, there is a dad in Hairspray.
Yeah, well, yeah.
There is a dad in Hairspray.
And it was played by someone famous in the movie, an actor.
Yeah. It's there's been two versions of Hairspray. There's been the original movie, which
getting pathetic.
And John Travolta.
No,
didn't he play? No, he played the woman. He played the mum, which was a person in drag. Hairspray. Okay, Sam, can you find out what musical was that Glenn Robbins was offered?
No. Yeah.
Glenn, I think you're thinking of Hairspray the musical. In the US film version, Christopher Walken is the father figure. In the Australian stage show, Todd McKenney plays the same role.
That was probably it.
Well, Todd McKenney can dance. Isn't he He's a dancer.
He's a dancer. And Christopher Walken.
Oh, amazing dancer.
Is he the one who did that really amazing dance?
Yeah.
The
film clip.
Yeah.
So he was a song and dance man before he was an actor.
So I don't like talking about roles but I just didn't think I'd be right for a musical. And plus, I didn't want to do it 8 times a week.
They are. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's just like, and you got to hang around.
As Pete Roseson said, it's a weight loss program.
Yeah, you lose weight.
Yeah. You work hard. You work really. I remember Mark Mitchell when he was doing Oliver. He lost a lot of weight because you're working. You're working. As opposed to lying on the couch. Hello, much prefer. I
didn't turn it down. They asked me to audition for some Liam Neeson movie. I think they put out a big call for the bus driver. And I saw it the other night.
You would have been perfect for that.
No, I saw it the other night on Netflix, and it's the guy playing the bus driver is an Australian actor, but he's
Jacobson. Shane.
No. It's Jeff Morrell. Jeff Morrell, yes.
So
he'd be your age. He's got grey hair.
Yeah.
It was in Grassroots, the ABC show. Nothing like me. Nothing like me at all.
There you go. But maybe, that's true.
Nothing. He's just a great Australian actor.
Well, we're talking about Shane Jacobson. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a documentary about him, and he's got one of those he's a boxer.
Yeah. Oh, just talking about boxing.
Yeah. I remember he had a bag hanging at home, and then he beat up the bag. Thought, oh, don't mess with Shane.
There we go. I always remember Shane Jacobson had a dispute with his manager and she left him, and then she sent all his payments to the Herald Sun.
Oh, what a horrible thing to do.
And they printed them all out, and my mum cut it out. And when I went to see her in the nursing home, she's like, "Why don't you earn money like this? Shane Jacobson did a gig for Make-A-Wish and got
that's terrible.
I know.
I mean, that's lower than whatever happens.
Well, the fact that my mum cut it out.
Made comparisons. Yeah, that's
look what he's getting. Okay, Mum, you know.
Isn't it terrible when you find out what people are getting? It's just, I mean, they get what they get, and you don't get what you don't get, and you know, one day,
just life.
It's just the way it goes around. You can't compare.
No,
you know, because we can all compare. Go, I wish I was getting that for that.
No.
You know, I wish I had that talent, or I wish this, or I wish that.
I know.
No, listen to me.
Okay, I think we've
thinking
talked
music.
enough about Rocky Horror.
Yeah, I think we have.
What can we have for thinking music?
Well, we could have the trailer from Rocky Horror, or we could have some of those songs. That'd be good.
No, it wouldn't.
Well, what are the famous boxing movie boxing? Rocky.
Great movie. Rocky's a great movie.
I was going to make a joke then. I was going to say it's another movie, but I just couldn't think of one. Story.
Rocky.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about that trailer? I was watching it the other day, and I think Sylvester Stallone wrote his own.
Oh, the trailer.
The voiceover for the trailer, because have a listen to how he describes his own character when he goes, "He's Rocky. He's good looking. He's fantastic." He kind of pumps his own over pumps his own tires.
Let's have a listen. Yeah. Sounds funny.
His name is Sylvester Stallone. He's the star of a new film called Rocky. He's been described as tough, handsome, talented, sexy, sensitive, dynamic, brilliant. He's been compared to Nicholson, De Niro, and Brando, but he is Rocky.
Oh, that is great. Yeah, sexy. Sexy, sophisticated, well-dressed. Yeah, he's definitely had a say in that.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose if you're having a bit of a dip, you got to present yourself in the best possible way you can. But surely the producer should have gone, "Mate, you're going a bit heavy-handed on
it." We'll record it, but we'll just edit a bit of that out.
Yeah, tone it down a little.
But he wrote and directed that movie.
That was
great effort.
I remember seeing that movie, and I remember coming out and running down the street.
Yeah, running up the steps.
Going, I feel like... It was a great movie. And then, he made 7 of them or something? I don't know.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Yeah. And
I think he was eventually fighting a gorilla, wasn't he? It was
probably.
fighting an alien.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what is your answer? The connection between boxing and the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I reckon I'll go close to getting this. It'll have something to do with... Because I reckon boxing used to go around in tents, and tent would come to town.
The shaman.
Yeah. And I reckon Rocky Horror was the first sort of show to tour in a tent.
Oh.
And maybe it was what's his name, Sharman or something? Jim Sharman?
That was the Australian one, yeah.
Yeah.
They used to tour around. And
maybe I'm wrong then.
We're a bit young to remember actually seeing those tents, but they're probably around when we were younger, I'd reckon. Okay,
what do you think?
Connection between Rocky Horror Picture Show and boxing. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's to do with money. Maybe Rocky Horror Picture Show, because you hear like some of these movies are funded by certain industries or...
Oh, that's interesting. That's good.
I don't know. Maybe it was funded by the boxing industry.
Why?
I don't know. You don't think that it's kind of to me that's a very hard one.
They laundered some money.
Oh, maybe they laundered money. It was used as like the producers. They wanted it to fail, but it became a success.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
All right, Sam. What is the answer?
These topics were sent in by Mark from Missing Link Media. Thank you so much for sending them in. Jim Sharman, the co-creator of the Rocky Horror Show and director of the Rocky Horror Picture Show film, was son of the famous Australian Shaman's boxing tent. This brought him into contact with the world of circus and travelling vaudeville, developing an interest in theatre.
Oh, I didn't know an Australian directed Rocky.
I didn't know that
I've got even more respect for that now. That's amazing.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
They're good. Well, I guess showman. I mean, boxing is a showman thing, and
especially in those tents where they used to tour around.
Yeah. So now, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I really thought maybe you would have a boxing
joke. Do I have any boxing jokes?
What is that one where the guy? What is that joke?
I know.
He's come back to the corner. Someone's punched me. Why doesn't the referee punch?
You've already done hit me in the ring, so that's
no, it doesn't get any better than that.
It doesn't get much better than that. But I just remember my Uncle Kevin. My granddad was a bit of a boxer, Herbert, and he used to have the bag hanging off the shed.
The heavy bag
in the house in Richmond, and he used to get out there, and you'd still go around there even when he'd passed away. It'd still be hanging up, and I remember him getting us with kids and putting gloves on. Come on, boys, hit the bag, hit the bag, hit the bag.
Which would have come in handy when that bloke whacked you in the face.
Yeah, that didn't back me up, did it? But Uncle Kevin, Mum's brother, he stayed living in the house, and he was blind, and so he would go up to the gym every day, and he fancied himself as a bit of a boxer because of Herbert. His dad was a boxer, and they all trained and stuff. And for people who don't know, Richmond's a bit of a boxing area.
It is.
There's boxing gyms and stuff, and so Kevin would go up every day to the Richmond baths and box, but he was blind. He had a dog.
Hang on, it doesn't really follow.
I don't know. He would train, but he would work out at the gym, and he would. This is my uncle who moved to Hervey Bay because the Meals on Wheels are better in Hervey Bay than Richmond, Victoria. He moved because the meals in Queensland are better. That's why he moved. That's a reason.
That's a great scene from a movie.
Anyway.
What was his name? Uncle Kevin, was it?
Uncle Kevin.
Where's Uncle Kevin gone? He's moved to Hervey Bay.
Because the meals are better.
Because the meals are better. Well, fair enough. If you're not getting a good meal, life isn't worth living.
Anyway, so every day he would do his exercises, a bit of whatever. He's blind, though, on the weights and whatever, and people would help him.
I don't want to mock him, but surely he'd be bumping, tripping over things.
Oh, he was, but they all knew. Tomo, I've done a gig for the gym people, and I said, do you know my uncle, Kevin? And they're like, no. I go, Kevin Thompson. Oh, Tomo. Yeah, we all know Tomo. We all know Tomo. Anyway, one day, he always finished the session off in the spa, and he went into the spa. I don't know where the dog was. I think the dog wasn't in the spa. He went into the spa, and he said a guy was brushing his teeth.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, but you're blind. He goes, oh, no, he was definitely brushing his teeth. And so I had a go at him, and he punched me, and he knocked him out. And he goes, he was definitely a prize fighter because I could tell the way he punched me. It's like, you're blind.
So a guy cleaning his teeth punched a blind man?
Yes.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, come on.
That's just not on.
That's not on.
Surely everyone knew he was blind.
Yeah, but maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't have his stick, or the dog was outside.
Because the dog was outside. He'd been given a bit of lip. And I just said a punch I laid on that bloke. Mate, he was blind, you dickhead.
I'm just like, said, what did he... Can you imagine the guy, did he have his toothbrush in the mouth when he laid him out, or did he put the toothbrush down? There's so much to that story that...
Oh, what a great story.
Yeah, is it? Anyway, that's the finish of our podcast.
Yes.
Thanks for listening.